Muhammad Ali was a guy that done what had not been done before. Changed the face, not only the face of his game, but the face of the world. You know, he was outspoken. He fought for what he believed in, and that he was charismatic. He was a legend, a hero, and I looked up to him. One of my first heroes was Muhammad Ali.
Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
I always like to think I'm a bad motherfucker, vicious motherfucker. I don't give a fuck, but that's a part of Ali. That's where he overshines me, because I can't understand a man that's willing to just really die for this. You know, and I talk that shit, but he's the real dick. He's the real dick.
And Muhammad Ali worked his butt off, and I saw it firsthand. And I remember that there was a sports writer that was there in the gym when he was working out and he was doing sit-ups. And they asked him, how many sit-ups do you do? And he said, I don't start counting until it hurts. Now think about that. He doesn't start counting his sit-ups until he feels pain. That's when he starts counting. That is working hard.
You saw him on television, there was no one more beautiful. You saw him walking down the street, he was a beautiful thing to see. What a phenomenon. You had to see him, even if you pulled against him, you wanted to be a part of it. He moved around the ring, he had style and class, he was tall and good looking. Everything you'd want from a boxer, wrestler, football player. And to be honest with you, he belonged to the arts because he had poetry. He had it all.
Last night I cut the light off my bedroom, hit the switch, was in the bed before the room was dark.
I got into the ring when I fought him expecting a big brute or somebody who could box, who could jab, who could punch. I didn't find any of that. But what I did find was a presence like none other. You could do whatever you wanted to do. He was going to be on his feet for the next round. Never seen that kind of presence in a human being. I don't think our sport will ever be the same again.
The style in the ring, I was in love with that. The persona outside the ring, I was in love with that. But most of all, I was in love with the fact that he was, to me, the bravest and most indomitable of all of the advocates for racial equality in that difficult and spirited time. And so, you know, he's been embedded in my heart ever since. I'm like millions or hundreds of millions of Americans and other citizens of the planet who, beginning in the 1960s, learned a lot of what I think I know about life and love from that man.
I'm gonna show you how great I am. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
He gave up the greatest title in the world, being a man of his conviction. He is the greatest. He gave up the title, the most prestigious title in the world, because he refused to go to war. And they would have given him a pat job. All he did was walk around doing exhibitions. But he knew if he agreed to do that, more young black people would be sent off to a war he was against. And he stood up and said, I'll give up the greatest title in the world because I will be a man of conviction.
He's definitely my hero, my kids' hero, my family's hero. He will definitely be missed, but never forgotten. You know, I'll be 60 in 20 years. His name will still be around, along with Michael Jackson and Prince. That's a true definition of a hero and a legend to me that they will never, ever, ever, ever be forgotten.
As a fighter, you were something spectacular. You shocked the world, and you inspired it too. And even after all the titles and legendary bouts, you're still doing it. For decades, your heroic fight against Parkinson's has given strength to so many people. So to the greatest of all time, we say thanks. So to the greatest of all time, we say thanks. So to the greatest of all time, we say thanks.